Donald Trump is back in power, and he's wasting no time reshaping America's immigration system. One of his biggest promises? Mass deportations. Not next year, not someday. He's already laying the groundwork now. So who's at the greatest risk? In this video, we're breaking down the top 10 countries whose citizens are most likely to be deported under Trump's renewed crackdown, based on hard data, past trends, and current political targets. If you care about immigration, civil rights, or simply want to understand what's coming, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. I post daily content that keeps you sharp, informed, and one step ahead. Let's get into the list. Number 10. Haiti has long been in crisis, politically, economically, and socially. But that hasn't stopped Trump. In his first term, he tried to strip temporary protected status from over 59,000 Haitians. And now that he's back in office, those plans are moving forward. Deportation flights have resumed, despite Haiti being overrun by gangs and lacking basic infrastructure. Thousands of Haitians in the U.S., some who've lived here for decades, are now facing imminent removal, and Trump's administration isn't showing any signs of slowing down. Number 9. China tensions between the U.S. and China are worse than ever. Under Trump, Chinese nationals are facing a double threat: geopolitical pressure and immigration enforcement. Over 37,000 Chinese citizens in the U.S. already have final deportation orders. Charter flights to China have resumed. And with Trump now in control, enforcement will only intensify. Anyone overstaying a visa or caught in a legal gray zone is a potential target, especially as Trump continues using immigration as a tool in his broader fight with Beijing. Number 8. Ecuadorians have been arriving at the southern border in record numbers, partly because they can enter Mexico without a visa and travel north. Trump has made it clear he sees this as a loophole, and he's shutting it down. Deportation flights to Ecuador have spiked, and the administration is pressuring both Mexico and Ecuador to restrict travel. Thousands of Ecuadorians in the U.S. without proper documentation are now at high risk. Families who thought they'd found safety here are being detained and removed faster than ever. Number 7. Brazil might not seem like a top immigration concern, but under Trump, it's quickly become one. Hundreds of Brazilians have entered the U.S. through the southern border or overstayed visas in recent years. Now, with Trump's expanded ICE operations, those same individuals are being rounded up and deported. Deportation flights are active, and enforcement is especially aggressive in areas with growing Brazilian communities. Trump has praised Brazil's leadership in the past, but when it comes to immigration, no one gets a pass. Number 6. India's undocumented population in the U.S. has been quietly rising for years. Many Indian nationals arrive legally on student or tourist visas, then overstay. Trump's policies now focus heavily on visa overstayers, not just border crossers. In recent months, mass deportation flights have included large groups of Indian nationals. Even lawful residents are reporting heightened scrutiny. Under Trump, there's no distinction between nationalities. If you're out of status, you're on ICE's radar. Number 5. The Venezuelans once had temporary protected status because of the collapse back home. But Trump is revoking that fast. That puts over 350,000 Venezuelans in the U.S. at immediate risk. Many fled dictatorship, hyperinflation, and violence. But Trump's administration is labeling them as illegal migrants and pushing for removal. Deportation flights to Venezuela have already resumed, despite serious safety concerns. The message is clear: political turmoil won't protect you anymore. Not under Trump. Number 4. El Salvador. El Salvador has always been a Trump target. He tried to remove TPS from over 200,000 Salvadorans during his first term. Now he's back, and this time, the courts may not stop him. ICE is ramping up arrests in Salvadoran communities, and charter flights are flying out weekly. Trump's team is also reviving safe third country agreements, which force Salvadorans to seek asylum elsewhere, if at all. For many who've lived in the U.S. for decades, the clock is running out. Number 3. Honduras. Honduras is being hit hard. Trump sees migrants from Honduras as part of what he calls a national security threat. Mass ICE raids are sweeping through cities with large Honduran populations. Deportation flights are up. Family separations are back, and asylum claims are being denied at record speed. Thousands who thought they had a chance at legal status are now being forced back to a country they barely recognize, often with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Number 2, Guatemalans have historically faced the highest number of deportations, and under Trump, they're facing even more. In many states, Guatemalan communities are already under ICE surveillance. Rapid removal programs are being used to skip court hearings and send people straight back. Border crossers and longtime residents alike are being deported, often with no warning. Entire families are disappearing overnight. Trump's message is clear. Guatemala is no exception, and no one is safe. Number 1, Mexico. This one was never in doubt. Mexico is at the center of Trump's immigration agenda, just like it was the first time he ran for president. Now that he's back in office, he's launched a massive national deportation force. Over 250,000 Mexican nationals with final removal orders are at risk of being deported right now. ICE raids have increased, workplace enforcement is returning, and detention centers are filling up fast. For many undocumented Mexicans, some who've lived in the U.S. for decades, time is running out, and the damage won't just be personal. It'll ripple across the U.S. economy and deep into Mexico's society. These aren't theoretical policies anymore. This is happening. Communities across the U.S. are already feeling the fear, the disruption, and the heartbreak of Trump's mass deportation agenda. Whether you support or oppose these actions, the facts are clear. Trump now has the power, and he's using it.